Adult bullies, they're a real thing. That's what Eddy says. He's a lawyer, therapist, and mediator who has written more than 20 books about relationships and conflicts. He says offices, charities, neighborhood organizations, and all sorts of other groups have people who seek to intimidate and take advantage of others.
His new book is called Our New World of Adult Bullies, How to Spot Them and How to Stop Them. Bill is with us now. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
So I'm assuming that, there have been bullies throughout the generations, but have these popped up more in this age of social media where they can become anonymous?
I think that that's a big part of it, that people lack the normal restraints on social media. You don't even necessarily know who they are. And so they don't care how they affect you, and they don't feel any consequences. They're not going to get punched in the nose if they say something really nasty. And so not everybody, it's still a minority of people, maybe 5 to 10% of people really are the bullies, and they feel free. They feel a sense of unrestraint. And so on social media, they really go for it. Yes.
So there's social media. What are some other sort of common examples, if you will, of adult bullying?
Well, I think we're seeing it, for example, in families, especially with the pandemic. We saw an increase in domestic violence. We see in the workplace, and also with the pandemic, we saw an increase with that, especially online. The Bullying Institute, the Workplace Bullying Institute, said 43% of people reported being bullied online as employees. So even workplace people went beyond where they had been before. But we see this in communities, we see this online, we see this in politics today. It seems like social media plus the pandemic just really gave a boost to the bullying we're exposed to.
So what do you do other than, avoiding social media or, avoiding someone who talks nasty to you, but sometimes you can't at work if you run into someone? What do you recommend?
I think that one of the easiest things is to be assertive. So don't be aggressive where you start screaming or bullying back, and don't be passive and do nothing and look vulnerable and weak. Is be assertive and stick up for yourself and say, hey, cut it out, or hey, that's enough. Or, hey, I don't agree with you, so that you're letting them know this isn't okay, but you're not being aggressive or passive. Also, tell yourself it's not about you, it's about the bully. When people bully you, it's not because you did something to deserve it. It's because they're a bully. And so talk to somebody else so you get some encouragement and don't feel isolated. That's one of the worst things, is being isolated and alone and not talking to anybody about it.
You write how bullies often play the victim.
Yes, it's fascinating, but they often play the victim and point the finger at you and say, you're bullying me.
Yeah.
And they'll tell other people, hey, he's bullying me, and you're the victim. But they get away with it sometimes.
Are all adult bullies childhood bullies?
Most of them were. I would say from all the examples that I've seen that they were. But 90% of childhood bullies don't become adult bullies. And that's the thing to be aware of. It's really different that as adult bullies, they're more refined, they're more manipulative, they're more psychological, that they kind of get into your mind and haunt you. And people lose sleep because of this, stomach aches, headaches, all of that. But no, childhood bullies, they try stuff out and they find out, hey, this doesn't work, I don't have any friends. But the 10% that become adult bullies seem to have started early in life. And in some cases, they may have had genetic tendencies to be bullies. So, yeah, that's where it starts early. It doesn't start as adults.
Is there a particular age that adult bullies kind of gravitate to? 20 and over, or 40s, 60s, or is it all over the place?
It's really a personality pattern.
Gotcha.
And what we know is personalities, for example, personality disorders are a disorder because they're very inflexible. They do the same thing over and over again for most of their lives. And so, you know, people go to a high school reunion or something, and there's the bully still being a bully
Right.
when they're 40 or 50.
Gotcha.
Unbelievable. Well, the book is Our New World of Adult Bullies, How to Spot Them, How to Stop Them. You can find Bill at his site, High Conflict Institute on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you so much.